What's up again, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so I'm going to try to dig into this guy a little bit. The idle air control valve, I believe, is going bad. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to dig into it. I'm hoping that's the issue. I'm going to try to clean it a little bit. I don't know how to do it. I watched a video on it, but there's so many different things going on here. Oh, there we go. Just gonna pop the hood and secure it. If I can get the thingamajig right there, we go. So they said it's in the back somewhere back there. I don't know which one it is. Maybe this guy, maybe this guy. I don't know. They also said to check here, pull these guys off and check. I wasn't able to find any 20E information, but when I looked it up, the idle air control valve was like some giant piece. Kind of looked like this. And it does go to the back of the intake, so maybe that's it. But I want to pull it off and clean it, because it said on the inside there's like a little plunger thing, and sometimes that gets stuck. So maybe we'll try pulling this guy off here, and hopefully that's it. I'm afraid to pull these hoses off because, I mean, they're crusty. Last thing I need is to break a hose. All right, so the first thing you're supposed to do before messing with anything would be to disconnect the battery. Should probably go loosen, and then you just loosen the terminal, pop it off, and just put it somewhere where it's not touching the ground. There we go. That's good. These back here, everything's 10 millimeter that I'm working with, so I'm going to set you up so you can watch a little bit better. I'm going to try to take these hoses off. I don't think I need to take this one out of the way, so we'll leave that one. We'll take this guy, get the hose clamp pushed back. Hopefully that's enough, and that's not in the way. Same with this guy. Push it back out of the way. We got our little hose guys here. Just twist and pull at the same time. That one's off. Turn this around. What is this hose clamp here? A little hose clamp in the way. Probably easier to get this guy off if that's out of the way. There we go. Two hoses out of the way. I should probably take the electrical connector off. Looks like a push. I have no idea. That's what it looks like. I don't have a little screwdriver on me, so we're just gonna have to try to, there we go, two-hand it. I don't know if this is even it. I'm just hoping. But it's four screws, 4 bolts, 10 millimeter. If I can get it on there. This one's in a weird spot, but we should be able to get it. There we go. Okay, so this is maybe an audio control valve. I have no idea. I'll have to look it up. It says Nissan on it. It's a factory part. 4 tides. Yeah, I have no idea, but I got some brake parts cleaner, and I'm gonna just spray it with some brake parts cleaner and hope that that's the fix for this guy. I'm trying to find somewhere to park this camera. Okay, park this camera right here for a second. I should probably take this off too and look at the inside. For now, we'll just fill with some brake parts cleaner. Let it soak in for a second. Stuff burns your skin. Some pretty good stuff here. Okay. The wind is blowing really hard today. Spray it into these holes. Let it pour out of that one. Spray it into this hole. Pour out of that one. Stuff dries pretty fast. Some pretty good brake parts cleaner. I probably should have started the car so you could hear it. Well, I mean, I did in a different video. But it's cleaning this thing out. So if this is it, hopefully this takes care of it. It'll help break down the little spring a little bit. And this stuff is going to make it rev up pretty bad. This stuff's it's like an ether almost. Spray this into your intake while it's running, or to try to get it running, it'll start it. So it's very flammable. As the wind is crazy, and switch sides. My tie-dye shirt on. We'll just keep trying to clean it out real quick. I never suggest using this stuff with bare hands, but I'm doing it. There we go. Pour it all out of there. Hopefully this is an idle air control valve, because I'm just spraying a random part with brake cleaner. All right, got a rag, like a little shop rag thing. Let's try to get some of this stuff out of here. Try to clean it up a little bit. Not that that really matters, but I just want it to look a little bit better. This is the only way I know how to do it. So clean it up. I really hope this takes care of it, because I don't want to buy another idle air control valve. It's got this weird shuttering issue sometimes when you first start it and it wants to shut back off. If you watch my last video, I demonstrated that. It took me 3 tries to get it started. Usually only on a cold start. Doesn't always do it. But then sometimes at a red light, while I'm sitting there, it'll shutter a little bit. It hasn't shut off on me yet, but it shutters pretty hard. So I'm hoping that this helps break down whatever's in there. I feel like I should take this apart, but I don't know enough about this to ruin this thing. The gasket doesn't look like it came off with this, so I'm hoping it's good. If not, I'm gonna have to find some RTV or something and put it back together. But for now, we're gonna do this. This is just a attempt at a temporary fix. This bolt's really hard to get to, so we'll put that one in first. I'm hoping this works, but I'm not exactly hopeful. All right, so all of the bolts are back on. Now we're going to throw the hoses back on. And these I'm hoping you can just push back on. Feels like you can. This little thing keeps getting in the way here. Come on, guy, you can do it. There we go. That's back on. Get this little clip back in here. Hold that one on. This other one back here should slide right on. Trying to do this without cracking them too much. This one is cracked a little bit already on the side. And then we'll squeeze the clamps, get them back in place. Right back where they were. Get this guy back in place. Right there, right where it was. And then last but not least, a little clicky clip. Oh, it's not clicking. It's not going. Come on, guy, you can do it. There it goes. That thing was tough. Throw this battery terminal back on. There we go, right there. Throw the key in. Power is on. Oh yeah, my windows. I'll show you that in a second. Oh, same problem. Come on, come on. Not sure if you can hear this thing, but it's terrible. Shut it off because that sounds bad. And then back on. And now it runs fine. So it still takes 3 to get it to run. Exact same problem it already had. That didn't take care of it, sadly. So maybe that's not the part I gotta clean. It's some sort of airflow issue. That's what it sounds like. I don't think I've ever had this off. Let me just pop this off real quick. Or maybe this guy's a problem. Look at this. Jeez. I mean, that could clog some air. I'm going to see if I can't find one of these as well. Part number 2313. Maybe AutoZone or somebody will have this. Maybe Nissan will have it. Oh, it's got a big crack in it too. Look at this. Right here. See that? Yeah, I think this thing's a little beat. Seen better days, but I have no choice right now. Put it back in. Especially if I drive this thing every day. Got the windows tinted on this the other day. I think the blacked out 5% looks a million times better. So much better. If you have a source for an antenna, let me know. I need a new one. I'm thinking about getting rid of like the motorized one and just getting like a little snubby one. I got to take care of these guys with the windows being all black now. This looks a little dingy. I got to take care of that. Oh, that windows. That seam is kind of booty there. I found a guy, an old man. When I got the windows tinted, they recommended me to this guy in the same complex as the tint place to take care of some of these small issues like this, where the paint's chipping and missing right here, down here. He said that he would take care of all of these little imperfections right here and here and here and here, all these spots right here. It's quite a few of them. All these little parts, he's just going to sand them all down, and he's going to primer over. He's not painting it, he's just primering over it to make everything a smooth surface. And the fender's the last one. And the hood's pretty bad. But he's going to sand them down. He's going to smooth them out and prime over them. That way the car can be wrapped. He said he does it all the time for that company. And I figured I'd let them do it. $350 is what he's charging. See, once it starts and runs for a second, it runs great. So, I don't know. This has been a very unproductive video. It's alright though. Just me trying to figure things out. Oh, let's see. I think mass airflow sensor will help. I know that now that I've already messed with it and I've had it running, I'm not going to be able to get it to recreate the issue. I wonder if I can get that guy out of there. Which kind of sucks. I was hoping that would just immediately take care of it and I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. So I kind of fell into the rabbit hole of repair and decided to rip apart the intake, at least on the airbox side, to get to the mass airflow sensor. And maybe this is clogged up, but that's the mass airflow sensor right here. Sometimes they get gummed up, so I'm going to put it down here on the ground. I got my mass airflow sensor cleaner. See, looks almost the same. See that? And we're just going to spray it off and hope that helps a little bit. I don't know if it will, but hopefully it will. We'll dump it out. Get all that extra junk out of there. There's like a feather or something on that thing. Okay. And now we're breaking clips off. Anyway, so that's the mass airflow sensor. It's connected to the airbox itself on the R33 GTSs, on the RB20Es. Now all I gotta do is put it all back together. It's not going to have the same issue. It usually doesn't recreate the issue again until it's been sitting for a while. I don't know if it's been sitting long enough, but I highly doubt that is the issue. I did find a cracked hose. This hose right here, it goes into this box here. Maybe this is like an EVAP thing, I don't know. But this is cracked here. There it is. Right there. I don't know if that will cause the issue, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the root cause of the issue. But I yanked all this off. Found that this is snapped off here, which is exciting. And then I got to reconnect that. I couldn't get that off, so I just said screw it. It's part of this anyway, so if I need to, I'll just replace it. Hopefully I don't need to, but that is what it is. I should probably get all new hoses. It probably wouldn't hurt to do that. Let me throw all this back together and we'll start it up. All right, I found my way out of this rabbit hole. Put everything back together. Everything's sealed back up. All the clips are in. The mass airflow sensor clip is kind of broken. Just kind of floats over there. That thing right there. And then this guy right here, kind of the same thing. Can't really get it correct. It's what, throttle body, I think that is. Something like that. That guy didn't do anything, but I'm going to try to start it. I'd imagine it's going to have the same thing. Clean the mass airflow, clean the, what I think is the IAC, I don't really know. All right. So it's pretty much the same thing. If you can hear it. It runs like crap and then it clears itself up. Drop my keys. But it runs smooth, so once it's running, it's pretty smooth. I wonder if I can hear that air coming out of this guy right here. I don't know. A little bit of oil came out of this guy here. I'm not really surprised. I see that quite a bit. What else? Distributor. So timing and everything seems fine. It's just every once in a while it wants to run like crap. I don't know what it is. Coolant is full. Yeah, I have no idea what it is. But we can shut this guy off for now. Shut this door. Lock it up so we can get a better look. Shut the hood. There we go. And get a little better look at this guy with the tint. Just ignore all this. Hopefully it's going to be taken care of soon. It's in a couple of weeks. I drop it off next Sunday. Not this upcoming Sunday, but the next Sunday after that. I think it's the 16th. It looks so much better. Significantly better with the black windows, in my opinion. I got a buddy who has some wrap. He said we're going to try to wrap it. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to try. I'd like to get the headlights cleaned up. Why is that? Oh, I thought that was like a gap. It's just the way that the headlights look, apparently. Never even noticed that. But this guy right here is a bit of an eyesore. I've owned it before. I guess didn't know how to drive. But today wasn't such a great success. It is what it is. You don't win them all. I will continue to try to figure out what the issue is with that. Maybe I can just order an IAC. I really don't want to because they're like $300 for this car. Maybe I could take it to Sleeper Tuning, have them take care of it, but it's pretty expensive for them to work on stuff. They're pretty much the only JDM mechanics around me, and they are pricey. They're good, but it takes forever to get into the shop, and they're pretty expensive. Because, I mean, they have the right to be. They have the skills that other people don't necessarily have. So, it is what it is. Let me go put my stuff away. I got my brake parts cleaner and my mass airflow sensor cleaner. We're going to go back here. The metal ramps, my daughter's apple tree, and my shed. I got a little spot in here in my shed for all of my chemicals. I probably shouldn't mix these, but I do anyway because I don't care. I got my golf clubs, both sets. This is my main set. They're all Callaway, Big Berthas, Callaway, Big Berthas. Whole set of Big Berthas, pretty nice. And these are just, I started a golf channel like last year or something, and kind of lost interest pretty quick. I like to golf, but I don't know. Filming and golfing at the same time are really hard to do unless you have like a camera guy. And then here's all of my beautiful Skyline parts that'll never get installed. Sadly, this is way too expensive to build, and I bought all these parts hoping that Sleeper Tuning was going to do the build for me, but they won't use my parts to build the motor. So now I'm kind of stuck with that. Hopefully I can find somebody who can do it for me because I'm not comfortable building a bottom end. I'll do the top end. It's not that big of a deal. It's the bottom end. I just got to get everything machined. I need holes drilled in the bait or in the, Yep, that's the one. In the block. I need a hole drilled in the block for an extra pulley. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, sadly, no success today. If you have any experience with something like this, please let me know in the comments below. If you live near Delaware and you'd like to come help, I'd be more than happy to have you over and figure this out. See, look how close this is. It's insane. I feel like that's just way too close. Maybe I can pull this back and I don't know. Either way, it is what it is. I need a body guy to do this. I'm not smart enough to do it. But thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. If you have any information or anyone would like to help me, please let me know. I would love to have some help on this thing. I'm kind of stuck. But again, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.